It's a tough question.
I would love to live in medieval times. I don't know if I could just go back and just imagine like knights, like being a knight.
It's on its own back more.
How nuts would that be?
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Toby Trinder, and welcome to episode 1 of the BPA Breakdown. Today, I've got two very special guests, Tom Ball and Morgan Strong. Don't look too happy, lads. Be good to start things off. A little introduction. Obviously, Tom Ball, you've almost been here longer than I have, and Strongy's just joined us recently. So, how you both keeping, lads? How you finding pre-season?
Yeah, it's been a great start, to be fair. I love getting to know the boys. Obviously, I've played against quite a lot of you for the last couple of seasons, so to come down now and be a part of the squad and get to know everyone has been really good, and training's been exciting, so yeah, it's all good.
Strongy, you were, I know we chatted, you were moving to Kenilworth, is that right? And then things hit the fan a little bit, and now you're living in Earlsdon, is that right?
Bit of a disaster, obviously. When the move happened and we were looking for houses, we thought, you know, we'd leave it until a month before. So we got ourselves in a Kenilworth, put a deposit down on a house, and then 3 days before we were going to pick up the keys, phone call off the estate agents, the house is no longer available, despite us paying the deposit. The landlord wants to increase the rent and a couple of other things, so we had to knock on the head. So we meant I had to live with my partner's family for the first week of pre-season, which, you know, I was really grateful for them for taking me in. Otherwise I'd have had to commute from Wales, but it was great to stay with them for a couple of days, and then we finally picked up the keys. I think it was the Thursday, the first week of pre-season.
Listeners, I'm sure you could probably work out, but Strongy is Welsh, unfortunately. I'm only joking. But just, could you give us a bit of a background? I know I've played against you for a few years. You've been at Donny and Ampthill, but what was your journey?
I grew up playing for Tondy RFC. It's my local club back home. Born in Tondy. It's a family club. My grandfather and my old man both played there, so it's kind of the natural progression to come through at that club. So I played right away from under fives all the way through to making a first team appearance with my old man, my one and only appearance for the club. During that time, played for Bridgend College. Had 2 years there under Craig Wallow. And then sort of got picked up through the Ospreys Junior Academy, Senior Academy. Played for Wales in the 19s, Wales in the 20s. And then COVID struck, so sort of went 18 months of playing, decided I needed a change of environment. So Paul Turner at Ampthill, I was forever grateful for him for bringing me over the bridge, and 2 seasons at Ampthill, I had a great time there. And then wanted to be back in the full-time environment. So spoke to Bodes first at Donny. Bodes was obviously here now. Spoke to Bodes first when he was at Donny, and then Joe Ford decided to bring me up. So I had a season up in Donny last year, and then spoke to Alex sort of January, February time, and, you know, was really excited about the project going on down here and being a part of this squad. So yeah, I was really looking forward to the move and got it signed, and we're here now. So
Thought I'd put you two lads on the spot. How you played each other a few times. What do you think each other's traits that you know about each other going into a game? Strongy, we were just talking about Baller's attributes. Good over the ball, and Baller, what did you think of Strongy?
Oh, it carries hard to tackle. I think he was the one that did my shoulder in against Donny, which means I couldn't move it for about 5 weeks, which is nice. But yeah, definitely carrying's probably definitely his biggest attribute.
I think when we play Cov, Baller was obviously spoken about a lot, because when he steals a lot of line-out ball, and also he turns a lot of ball over in the breakdown. So, you know, a lot of times they've played against Cov, you get a good carry and then Baller's in on it, finches the ball, and it's pretty frustrating. So, you know, he's always been someone at every team I've played at, that when he's played, you know, he's been mentioned. He's someone you've got to keep your eye out for during a game. Probably, like I say, see his traits as like an open side almost, but, you know, he gets up and steals a lot of ball in the line-out, which is super valuable for any forward pack, you know, just taking the pressure off and winning the ball back in good areas and applying pressure elsewhere. Given
how good Baller is defensively, were you surprised at how quiet he is when you got in?
No, he's been good to be fair. I've spoken to him quite a bit, and I've enjoyed getting to know him. Like I say, he's probably not the loudest, but, you know, his knowledge of the game has been brilliant. That's been pretty evident from the first few weeks of training, how he reads plays and shows up on the, you know, that sort of last pass, and his lines of running is super intelligent. So, you know, at the same time, I feel like you can learn something off him as well in that attribute.
Bit of pre-season chat. What are your thoughts so far, lads? How you finding it? Tired? We're into week 4 now. I'm knackered.
it's good. I think it's evident. I think the first week I've probably seen it. It's a good group. Like you can sort of sense it pretty early whether the group is going to be good or not, and everyone's positive. Everyone clicked pretty well, pretty quickly. Like as he said, all the boys are chatting like as we've known each other for a lot longer than we already have. So yeah, I think the group is gelling pretty quickly already. So that's a good sign.
Nice. And how does this pre-season compare to other clubs you've been at?
Certainly been tough. The running volume has been very high. I think one thing to point off bowlers there's sort of been no click here. A lot of clubs you go to, new faces coming in, whether you mean it or not, there always tends to be sort of like, previous players who've been there for a bit longer. There's a little, and it's hard to sort of break into that circle. Whereas I felt whilst I've come here, it's been an open book. Everyone's been very easy to get to know. Starting to build them relationships. We went off site last Friday, which was good. Had a couple of coffees with the boys after training. It's been really easy to get to know everyone. So I think that's been probably the biggest positive for this pre-season.
Do you think the pitch makes a difference? 4G?
Certainly a fast game when you come here. Like I remember coming here with Donny in January and it was freezing. But normally you play in them sort of games at that time. It's normally in a couple of inches of mud and it's a horrible game. But you come here and for that first half an hour, you couldn't catch your breath. Like the style of rugby you boys were playing. We were probably quite lucky that you hadn't scored 3 or 4 tries after the first sort of 15-20 minutes, and then the game went down to the wire. But yeah, the 4G certainly increases the speed and the way of playing.
So Baller, I think you might only be a handful away from the big 3-figure Centurion. Is that on the mind? Are you looking forward to that this season? You'll probably be here till 500 caps, won't you?
Yeah, it's obviously something that spoke about. If it's something I could get to, I think it would be a big achievement. Not too many, apart from obviously yourself. I think Teeks is the other one that's pretty close.
Yeah, I think so.
Apart from that, it's a decent achievement. But I don't think about it too much. I just enjoy playing. I enjoyed it a lot last year, playing a lot of games. So yeah, I just enjoy my rugby.
First game of the season, looking forward to it. League game, Worcester.
Yeah, big game for obviously a lot of us. We know a lot of people that have gone there. It's a local derby, obviously first game back, so there's a lot of things riding on it. Obviously everyone will probably want to play in that one.
I think coming from a different environment, so when sort of decided I was going to come here, that was the one fixture that I was desperate to have. Worcester away first game. What a challenge that is to go down there, sort of set our season off in the right foot. I don't really know boys like you boys will know from previous years, so I kind of come with a different viewpoint. But to go to Worcester, their first game back, it was likely to be a massive crowd, localish derby. That's huge. Just what better way can you have to start your season?
What about Donny? Are you going there with any bad blood?
No, all the boys are good, to be fair. I still got some real good mates up there. Still been speaking to a few of them quite a lot. Like I say, I enjoyed my time up there and the boys were good. So I'm sure it'll change come kick off, but as of now, it's not too important.
How does the sort of setup there, coaching style and everything there differ to here? Obviously a great time to slag everyone off.
Probably a little bit different. I feel like we probably played in a different way, almost. Like I feel like when the results of Donny started to turn last year, sort of when we went after our set piece, that was important for us, but we had some real dangerous backs, and playing with Toulouse and stuff up there. We're still sort of learning each other here, feeling each other out, but I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, once we start playing, we'll start to get to that point, when we start seeing stuff from games and we can really buy in. Come Worcester, we'll be flying.
Happy days. All right, lads, we're going to move on to the next part of the show. Actually, I'm really excited to introduce this. Obviously, we're going to be doing this week in, week out, or however often we do this podcast, hopefully regularly. This is called the Breakdown Mailbag. And so these are questions that we've made up. Hopefully we're going to get some fans to send in some questions as well, and we'll just reel a few off, and hopefully we can get some decent answers. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, Baller. Well, actually, let's start with both of you answering these. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why? Baller's going to say Nottingham because he's got some golf clubs waiting for him.
Dubai looks pretty good.
Hot.
Yeah, hot. no tax over there, so that's also good. Yeah, I'd probably say Dubai.
I'd like to go spend a couple of weeks in Japan, maybe Tokyo, have a look around.
Yep. If you had a superpower for 24 hours, what would you do with it?
Fly, 100% fly. Imagine flying, I'd be flat.
I agree. Or breathe underwater, that'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
That's not
Land to the pool, up and down the pool.
bit rogue, but yeah, breathe underwater.
What's one show, movie, or game you're obsessed with?
I'm watching loads of murder documentaries. Bit rogue again.
Oh, they're good, they are.
Yeah.
Real good. I like a murder documentary.
What's the one? O.J. Simpson. That's my most recent.
That was a good one.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm
That's
not
quite old, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm not a big film person, but I've just started to watch a few of them.
Did love Yellowstone. That was a big one for me. I watched a lot of Yellowstone. I really enjoyed that. Almost made you want to be a cowboy, but again, it's not likely to happen. Never been on a horse, but
Yeah, fair enough. Mobland, I quite like Mobland. Have you watched that?
I haven't watched
Quite
that.
new,
No,
it's good. Guy Ritchie. If you could instantly master one thing outside of sport, what would it be?
no idea. Trading. Make some serious cash.
That's horrible.
Make some big money,
Just
but
make some money, right?
money makes the world go round.
It
But
does.
I can go to Tokyo.
Yeah, probably agree.
I'd probably say play music, play the guitar or something. Oasis, Ozzy Osbourne at the moment. Bit of
Ozzy's
inspiration.
big one, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of Ozzy the last couple of days.
Yeah. If you had to live in any time period, past or future, when would it be and why?
It's a tough question.
I would love to live in medieval times. I don't know if I could just go back and just imagine like knights, like being a knight.
It's on its own fact.
What?
How nuts would that be?
It would be nuts.
Like we're on a horseback going to a battle dressed in armour. Like that'd be crazy.
And you get one snick on your arm and you die of infections.
Yeah, I'm all right now, actually. Yeah.
A few years in the future, maybe? 20 years?
See what happens. See if I've
See how the golf business is going.
see if I've clues to.
Living it up in Dubai. Yeah.
I might be in Dubai. Yeah.
We're really excited to have recently announced our new principal partner at the club, Tutors and Exams. And following on from the theme of tutors and exams, we're really keen to know, what was your favourite subject, worst subject at school?
Probably either PE or I did like geography. Then definitely the worst was Spanish.
Got any Spanish for us?
Absolutely not. No, nothing.
Hola.
Yeah, that's it.
I'd be the same, to be fair. PE and geography, I enjoyed both of them, and maths would be my worst. Still haven't got my GCSE in maths.
But you want to be a trader? Make loads
Tricks
of
the
cash.
trade, man. Just tricks the trade. You don't have to know your sums.
Yeah. Well, firstly, lads, thank you for taking a bit of time out your day to join me. It's been good to have you here, and hopefully listeners, viewers, you've found out a bit of information about two of our really enthralling lads here. So thanks for joining us in episode 1, and we'll see you soon.